Hi, how are you doing today, Lily?
I am doing fantastic. How about you? It's a
I
beautiful
am,
Monday.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I said it's a beautiful Monday.
It is. It is a beautiful Monday. So listen, everyone, my name is Tanisha. I am here with Million Silk Pro. I'm here with Lily, from Lily's Wellness. That's correct, right?
That's right.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so listen, I'm excited to have you here, to learn more about you, your business, your inspiration. Yeah, so let's get into it, okay?
All right. Sounds good.
All right, perfect. Okay, so Lily, tell me, what made you start your business?
Oh, so many things. So just so everyone knows, as Tanisha mentioned, my name is Lily. I'm the creator of Lili Wellness, and I am a holistic health and wellness coach. So I actually was always really into like fitness, and I always like was really conscious in terms of like my food and my meal plans and things like that. And some years back, I got pregnant and I blew up because I was not on this meal plan. And after I had my child, I noticed he had eczema, and
Okay.
I really started looking into what can cause it, and so on and so forth. And we made dietary changes. And when I was like seeing that his skin was clearing up, I'm like, oh wow, what else can food do?
That's awesome.
Yeah, so really just making seeing how impactful that nutrition is, and the changes that it made not only for him but for myself, especially being a first time mom and things like that. It really just made me research nutrition. I never actually thought about it as a career. I just kind of just I just wanted to know more about it, for myself.
Right.
With doing so, that kind of led other people to, see how conscious I was. And, more people started reaching out to me. And I'm like, hey, maybe this is something I can, help people with because, um, you know, there's so many different ailments and things like that out there. So that's a little bit of why and how I really got started.
Okay, so that's awesome. So I'm gonna write off of that. So, obviously, I'm a mother. I've had kids before, and I know how it is to lose that weight. Like it's a struggle. Like it's insane. So
Mhm.
tell me, like what is it that you did? Like after when you were pregnant, what happened? Like with that weight, how did you lose it?
So I really lost it not only working out because again I already was really interested in fitness and things like that, but in addition to working out, I was really honing in on the nutrition aspect. So I was removing like refined carbs, doing more unrefined carbs, less processed foods. We were just really cooking more like whole foods and seeing the impact on how Whole Foods really just changed my whole physique. And it even sped up the process for me personally in regards to my weight loss. Because I had gained, like, if I'm not mistaken, it was like 80 pounds with my son. So I was super uncomfortable, but changing to that whole food diet and, incorporating that with exercise, it did wonders.
Okay, that is awesome. So we're definitely gonna have to talk more about that off scene. Okay, so just kind of give us a breakdown of what it is that you do, what you offer, and how it can change your life.
Yeah, definitely. So, what I do is most of the time people or my clients will come to me and they'll have like a weight loss goal, or they may have like blood pressure issues or things like that. And what I'll do is I get an idea of what their diet is currently. So just getting an idea of what they're consuming, as well as finding out if they are getting any physical activity. And what's really important to me is to find out how busy they are, because I feel like we're in a busy society, right?
Really?
So once I get that information, then I'm able to either add things to the regimen or remove things. Like, and I won't remove too many things because obviously I don't want to overwhelm anyone. And overall, I'm not a fan of diets. I'm more about lifestyle changes. So that's pretty much how I start in regards to my clients. Um, In the past, I have had clients like, for instance, someone came to me and they're having a lot of pain in regards to like gout. I don't know if you're familiar with gout, but it's built up uric acid, and
It's really painful.
very painful,
Yeah.
really painful. So they're having a lot of issues with that. So I kind of, did the same thing in regards to finding out, what their food intake was. We did remove like a couple things, which was fine. And then we added, a lot more vegetables and things like that, really were convenient for the person. And I was able to help them in regards to them not having that pain anymore. It takes time, obviously, because we eat a certain way. Like for me, even myself, I ate a standard American diet for so many years of my life. So the same idea is just really incorporating that nutrition change. I also will do like just I guess ritual or things that we would do daily, whether it's like a meditation or a prayer, things like that, and really just helping and just creating just an overall lifestyle change for the person. It just depends really honestly on their goals, but that's pretty much how it starts.
Right. So now you're talking about not only are you're you're focusing on wellness and a person's overall health. So you're also focusing internally, right? So
Absolutely.
that you're focusing on their mindset.
Absolutely, because a lot of the times when we run into these ailments, it may be food that we're ingesting, but what's causing us to want these foods? Is it
Right.
emotionally eating? Is it like, just something that we're used to, was just habitual, type of thing? Was it a household thing? So it just depends on the person. But yeah, I try to go to a little bit deeper because again, I don't want it to be like, okay, yeah, you're with me for a couple months and then after that you fall off the wagon. Like I would want
Right.
long lasting change for that person, because it's really rewarding when someone's like having, these issues, whether it's like a blood pressure issue or just pain in their back, and stuff like that. And they're like, man, I don't feel the pain, or man, I'm sleeping better at night. It's just really rewarding. So
Okay, awesome. Okay, so obviously I know that you and Walter, you've known him for a while, right?
absolutely. Hmm.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about that. Like, how has he really impacted your life?
Oh my gosh, where should I start? So I've known Walter for, I think it's been like 8 years, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so it's been a while. I knew him before I got married. I knew him before I had a baby. So um, since day one, he's just really been, he's super knowledgeable, right? He just, let me start slow. So,
Okay.
okay. So when I first met Walter, I came from a really small town and I moved to a big city here in Florida. That's where I met him. And I had that small city, small town kind of mentality. And after speaking to him, I'm like, okay, so there's a lot of possibility in this world, right? Uh,
Right.
there's a lot of things I can do, and there's a lot of things I can go for. And he always really like motivated me to really step out of my comfort zone. And I'd say like just over the years, he's just constantly encouraging me, and not in a way where it's like, like he's like bothering, but in a way where he's like caring, like he
Right.
wants the best for you type of thing.
Right.
Now, when I was introduced to Millions Sold Pro, that is when really everything kind of came into place, because I feel like when you have a business idea, right, you you're like, okay, this is what I want my business to be, and then you're like, okay, what do I do next? Where do I
Exactly.
go?
Where do I start?
Like,
Right.
okay, I'm still talking to people, but it's like there's no structure, and in order for you to really be able to take, X amount of clients and have more than like two or three people, you really need to have a nice like roadmap. And he's really provided that. So, with again, I met him 8 years ago. He was in business on his own even prior to me meeting him. So he really just took all his expertise and what he's experienced, what he's been through, which is why he's able to really create such an amazing program. And literally, in addition to just really providing that roadmap, providing that accountability, right?
Right. Huge.
Because you can definitely write everything down. You can, set up your accounts and, set up your Google numbers and all that stuff. But if you don't have someone that's really like, just really holding you accountable to do things and really reach out to people, it's like, it only goes so far. So Walter's just amazing. He's really just like overdone it when it comes to his business coaching. So super happy we cross paths.
Listen, Walter is awesome. What I really enjoy, like the reason why I really enjoy like working with him is he simplifies everything. Like he will literally take the most complex situation and say, okay, no, here it's A, B, C, or D.
Yep.
And you're like, why didn't I think of that? You know what I mean? And it's crazy. It's just crazy how he puts it together like that. So, and it's always with care, and that's definitely appreciated. Okay.
Yes. And I like how you mentioned how he simplifies things, because I feel like as people, we kind of like just complicate things
over.
So, even when you're telling him like, okay, this is what I want to do for my business, I want to do X, Y, and Z. And he's like, okay, all right, so what if we start here? You know what I mean? So he really just, and you're like, you feel more at ease. You can kind of drop your shoulders a bit. You can relax. You're like, okay, I go into this and it's going to be okay. And we're going to start, this way. And it's the same thing in terms of really making sure that it's going to be long-term versus
right. Without being overwhelmed because you have a blueprint. And that's the most like amazing thing ever, because it's like, okay, so I did this, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to start.
Yes.
And that's the most important thing, because I feel, again, like you said, we overthink things in such a significant way. And it's like, listen, don't worry about that. Let's just start here and we'll build upon that.
Exactly.
Okay, so listen, Lili, I want to thank you so much for just taking the time out and, spending this time with me and just kind of displaying your business, just being here with us. So I really, really appreciate you just for taking the time out for us today.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Again, everyone, this is Lili from Lili Wellness. And obviously you heard all of the incredible things that she does. So listen, ladies, let me tell you, if you want to get snatched, you know who to call, okay? Let's make some significant lifestyle changes, right? Okay, so Lili, before we disconnect, how can people find you?
Yes, so I can be found at Lili_wellness_ on Instagram.
Okay.
I also have the same name on Facebook, as well as my email, liliwellness3@gmail.com. My website is up and coming, so we'll be able to set up consultations through there. However, you can reach me on those 3 platforms for now.
Okay. Didn't you, I think we connected on LinkedIn, right?
Oh, yes, I have a LinkedIn as well.
Okay.
That one is under Lili Toussaint, TOUSSAINT. And you'll see my Lili Wellness emblem right underneath it.
Awesome. Listen, Lili, it was a pleasure yet again. Just keep growing and keep going. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.